third try. I am at Orchard Beach parking lot, and it's a beautiful sunset at 4:44 p.m. Gets dark very early now. Turn my headlights off. I'm in the car, obviously, and I'm gonna stay here for a few minutes. Hopefully, you enjoy this. Beautiful. It's cloudy out, but in this area, we're in the Northeast Bronx. Uh, Here's the vision in the clouds, if I can say it accurately. It's beautiful. It's more beautiful in person, but I'm doing the best I can. All right, so stay here and watch it for a little while. I was listening to Redacted on YouTube, but I can't go live and listen to Redacted at the same time, so I'll have to find a. I'll listen to it later on the repeat. Very beautiful out here. After I hang up, I'm gonna have to find a bathroom to inspect, if you know what I mean, and then I'll go about my business. They just head home. Usually when it gets dark, they usually send a Parks Department car out here to chase the cars out, but they haven't done so yet. Behind me is the actual beach. I was there earlier. I did a live earlier from the handball court, and it's called handball court therapy. Where I was working on my right shoulder that has been in pain since I was lifting a few weeks ago, and it actually seems to work for me, along with the bone broth that I drink with my coffee. And I got that idea from another YouTuber, and it's superb for my shoulder. Hope anybody who's listening or watching, and right now it's zero. It's just me and myself and I, all three of us. Very peaceful with all that's going on in the world right now. All that has been going on and all that will go on. Very peaceful at this time. And I'm enjoying it. Enjoying the solitude. According to my car, it's 40 degrees, but it's a little windy out here. Breezy out here, it's not windy. And it makes it feel colder. Plus, we're not too far from I guess that's the Long Island Sound. Of course, from City Island in the Bronx, where they have all the restaurants, for those of you that don't know. Today is December 6, 2023. The year is almost over, the calendar year. I was about to leave. I was leaving. But then I saw the spectacular sunset with the cloud division, and I said, this is nice to put online. But I can attract followers with these videos or these images that I'm showing. Get home tonight to watch. Tonight is Wednesday, so one of my favorite YouTubers, ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, will be on later. And usually comes on Wednesday. I don't know for sure, but usually comes on Wednesdays. If he's on tonight, I'll watch him. I think he comes on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And throughout the week, he puts commentary on current events. You guys were here with me. Very nice out here. Beautiful. Beautiful evening. Beautiful sunset. Makes you realize that, things are serious, but sometimes they're not. I'm a regular out here, especially in the the fall and winter when beach season is not in effect, because when the beach is open for the summertime for swimmers and people enjoying the summer weather, you have to pay to get in this parking lot, and I don't pay to come in here. I forego it. The only time I've been here in this parking lot in the summertime was I drove my car to City Island, which is not too far from here, and I rode my bike across the bridge and rode into the park and hung out here for a little bit. And then I rode my bike naturally back to my car and went about my business. Now this parking lot is underneath depending on how the plane's landing, a glide path to LaGuardia Airport. And since I haven't seen any planes coming over this area landing, I guess they're obviously taking off and landing from other runways in LaGuardia. I will be leaving here shortly. I'll give it about another 4 or 5 minutes of the beauty to share with you, and then I'll leave. I just recently been able to use the phone that I'm on to go live. Now I've used my phone before, but I also had to use another app because YouTube mobile wouldn't let me. I guess I reached their requirements to go live from directly from YouTube. I used to have to use an app called Prism, which is pretty cool. But my intention soon is to start doing walking videos. I'm gonna head downtown. I see other people have had success, like Action Kid. Action Kid is I don't know if he moved back to New York. I know he was a New Yorker, and he moved down to, if I know the story correctly, he moved down to Florida because I caught that video he made, Action Kid's video, where he was on the plane. Went to LaGuardia to, I think, Miami Airport. Nice video because I'm an aviation buff, and it was pretty cool. But I see him, he's returned. I don't know if he's just returning for a visit, or it's probably more lucrative to make videos in New York City. There's different things to do. As beautiful as Miami is and Florida is, it's probably only certain amounts of things to take there. Like everything's limited. Even New York City would be limited if you went around enough times. But he's a very successful YouTuber, and ABL is really blown up in a good way, with his videos. Absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't want to be out here in this cold though. When I have to live out here, and God bless those who don't have a home to be in. Now there's a car. He's. Let me see if he passes by. A lot of times I'm out here, a car will pull right up next to me. I said, what's going on? And some guys are like, hey, how you doing, buddy? And, that's just unusual. It sounds like I'm being antisocial. Maybe I am. But it's just unusual for people in New York City to pull up on you and, hey, what's up, buddy? That stuff. And I think sometimes other things go on out here. Another time there was this Con Edison car, and he was doing, and it's not my imagination, he was doing orbits around my car, going around in circles, and his orbit would get closer and closer and closer. It's like he's trying to see what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting down in my car, and I think I was maybe writing checks out. For those of you who know what checks are, I was writing some checks out in my car, and he just getting closer. And finally, I looked at him and said, and asked him, "Can I help you?" in a loud, aggressive voice. And he shook his head no. And then I was looking at him in my mirrors, and he drove normal speed out the parking lot, which is vast. It's a big parking lot. And he drove off to take care of his business. He was an older dude. And I mean, when I say old, I mean he looked like an older man, but obviously he's still working. And he was getting closer and closer. I said, what are you trying to see? Or is this like one of those places where people meet? I don't meet people like that. So and there's a car over there with his flashes on. It's been on the entire time. Maybe so nobody would run into him in the dark. I'm really surprised they haven't sent a NYPD or Parks Department here to chase people out because the sun is like dark. This is the latest ever. This is the darkest I've ever been out here because in the summertime, which I don't come out here in the summertime, but in the springtime, naturally the days are longer. The sunlight is longer. It's really beautiful out here. Makes you realize how, to me right now, I'm thinking how insignificant I am. You know, look at all the vast area I'm looking at, and this is nothing compared to the size of the Earth, and compared to the size of the galaxy, and the size of the universe. How small and minute I am. People are, but I'll talk about myself. That car with the hazard lights, he's driving, so I guess his car is not incapacitated. Now, speaking of that, earlier today, I went to Burger King. I know I shouldn't go eat that stuff, but I did. I went to the drive of Burger King in the Bronx, and I was in the drive-thru trying to order my meal, and somebody says, "Hey, you!" And he kept saying, and I didn't look behind. My mirrors looked behind. Literally turned my head, looked out the window. I didn't see anybody. He said, "Hey, you! Hey, you, man!" And I still didn't see anybody. I kept ordering. It kept going. I ordered my meal, and I started driving. "Hey, you! What's going on?" And I said, he asked me, my car has things indicating what I do sometimes for a living to supplement my income. And he said, "Are you that?" I said, "Yes." And I said, "I'm not." He said, "Well, you working? I was going to pay you." Pay me for what? You know, some substance. I'm paraphrasing. And he said, "I needed a jump." Jump. I said, "You know, I didn't see you. I'm going to." And he with an attitude. And I said, you know, like in my mind, "F you. You know, you have an attitude with me. I'm gonna give it back to you." So he called me a D-head. And I said, "Okay, that's why you're sitting there and your car's broken down," or something like that. I didn't curse back at him, but I said, "That's why your car's not running." Because of attitude. But you know, I went around the corner. I said, "You know what? I'm gonna help this guy out." And I have one of those battery jumping cars. One of those jumper thing batteries, portable batteries, that I've been using a lot recently. That's why I have to go to the mechanic tomorrow, the technician tomorrow. Anyway, I parked up the block and walked down to Burger King, and I actually walked up, not right on him, but behind him, which is dangerous. See, he called me that. Just to show you, he called me that name, and another person could have done damage to him, you know? But I'm not like that. But I'm saying in this world, you're stranded, so you're going to be there. So if I was some gangster, you know, could have done something that I would never do. So, but I walked up there to the system, and I told him, "I'm Mr. D-head to you." But he saw that I had the thing, and I was there to help him, and he calmed down, he chilled out, and I said, "Open your hood," and he opened his hood. I said, I put the thing on his battery, and I said, "Try to start it," and the car wouldn't start. Anyway, I did that. We were there like 10 minutes trying to get his car started. I'm not a technician, and if it's not starting with that, which is fully charged, and I've used it already, it definitely works. So he had another issue to his car. Anyway, he apologized, and I said, "All right, and once again, I'm Mr. D-head to you." D-head. So he called me a D-head. I'm not saying the entire thing. And I noticed with his car, he said he had just bought the car, and he had driven a long distance with it with no problems. This is the first issue. The engine was clean, like it looked like it was real, the engine looked like it was brand new. But you know, if you bought it from a used car dealer, they power wash these cars. So if the engine had 500,000 miles on it, they power wash it, and it's gonna look clean. Maybe it was a water in or something. I don't know what was up with it, but it wasn't an electrical issue. It wasn't a battery issue. Might have had other electrical problems, but I'm not a technician. I did my part and showed him I'm not an evil guy. I would have helped him. I try to help people if I can, you know, but you can't. Don't come out me mean. But you know, I understand it's stressful, and he's a younger guy, and that's how they come off sometimes. But you can't do that, my younger brothers, right? So I'm over time with the time I said I was going to give us. Been on here 14 minutes and 50 seconds. I try to give you guys, not that anybody's watching, hope you're watching a repeat. I give you guys another 5 minutes and in 1 second. 5 minutes now. Hope no animals come out here and attack me with my window open. Car still says 40 degrees, which is pretty accurate. My thermostat on my car. Beautiful evening. Safe flight, fellas. The airplane took off from LaGuardia. Well, I'm pretty sure it's from LaGuardia. I may just go home. I'm kind of melancholy now. Does that mean you're sad when you're melancholy? Not sad. Though, I'm mighty close there. I should put on my parking lights. See, I want to do that too. Yeah. Melancholy. This lost not a close friend, really a friend of a relative, and she passed away. And the woman was a really sweet lady, sweet pretty lady, and she passed last week. Wasn't this past Saturday? It was the Saturday before. Very nice lady, very soft-spoken, unusual for this time and era woman. Soft-spoken, almost shy. I know she was married before, and her husband died years ago. I don't think she ever remarried or dated. I don't know, because I wasn't close to her like that. But I know, in hanging out with her and others in the past, never one-on-one. It was nothing romantic. But very, very sweet, kind woman, and she was all right. And she, she got sick, put it that way. But and she passed away. I said my prayers for her. Obviously, the Most High wanted to take her, so. Rest in peace. As you get older, people people die. It's very short. Life is a mist. That's in the Bible, paraphrasing. Don't ask me where it's at, but it's definitely in the Bible. Life is a mist. I may just go home. Watch some TV, drink some tea or something. Put together some videos. We'll have to leave soon anyway, because I'm going to have to inspect the bathroom. I said that in the past. Let me see. I'm going to turn my... Okay. Got my parking lights on, so cars don't run into me when I'm sitting here in the dark. When I go drive, I try to take not just a bottle of water. I have one of those coffee thermal jugs like they sell in Dunkin' Donuts, and I was about to say Sears, shows you my age. And I put ice in and lemon, and I lost a lot of weight. I think that's one of the reasons I lost tons of weight. And so much weight, I lost muscle too, and that's not good. I actually, and I talked about this in my past live that I did when I was on the handball courts before, doing handball therapy. It's not that I'm playing handball, I'm playing catch, but I'm just throwing the ball against the wall to build up, or to lubricate, I guess, the joints in my shoulder. It seems to work. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Anyway, I was distraught about her dying, but she doesn't have to deal with stuff that she's dealt with anymore, And when we're here, we're absent from the Lord, right? Is that what it says? Oh, I see. Okay, I've gone past my next time limit, but I'm going to cut it short so I don't have an accident. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be, of course, it'll be on the, if you want to watch it again, whatever they call that. I'm going to find a bathroom and I'm going to do Uber. Yes, I do Uber. See you guys later. Hopefully more people subscribe. All right, thanks. Later.